Okay guys, right, welcome to lesson 7, and this is what we're making in lesson 7. Yeah? Nice and easy, not difficult this. Right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've got a brand new empty blender. Do I need to delete? Yes, let's delete everything, okay? OK, yeah? Let's go ahead and save this. Save this as 7. Or lesson 07, yeah? Right, first thing, we need what do we need first? First, let's have a curve, okay? And it's going to be a circle, yeah? Grab it, scale it, and we want it about that big. What is that? 14 meters, okay, let's make it a nice even 15 meters. We want a camera. To initialize our camera, Option G, Option R. Okay, that gets it pointing down. Our camera is going to follow our circle. So I've gone into Object Constraints, Follow Path, and we are going to follow our Bezier circle. Now we need to change this to -z and y, okay? Don't ask me why we need to change them to those, but we do, yeah? So -z and y. Okay, good. We also need a monkey. Okay, now we have a monkey. It's called Suzanne. Now where's Suzanne gone? Add our mesh, and our mesh is a monkey. Let's grab it and let's scale it, make him a little bit bigger, or her a little bit bigger. When we've done that, we can add a color. So go down to materials. You can add an image texture if you want. You can add, we've got image textures. We've also got some other textures. So we've got like a brick texture that we can use. Yeah. There's a checker texture. There's a gradient texture, yeah, so you can have going from color 1 to color 2. Doesn't look very good because we don't have a light source at the moment, yeah, but we'll fix that in a minute. I'm just going to have a simple. Oh wow! Actually, maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll just have a noise texture, yeah. No, interesting. I've never used that before. Right, it doesn't look very good because we don't have a light, so let's go ahead and add a light. Let's have a point light. Okay. So our light is down here somewhere, we can't see it easily. But let's grab it, move it on the y-axis, and let's grab it and move it on the z-axis. Yeah. When we've done that, we should have a little bit more light, but it's only a 10-watt light. So let's crank it up. Oh, there we go. Looks nice. 5,000. Okay, now we don't see the colors as much. Okay, so 1,000. Yeah, good. Can I do anything else with these colors? Make it a bit rougher. Scale it. Okay, interesting. Detail. Nice. Yeah, I've never used this before. Make it metallic. Oh, yes. Oh, I like that. If we want, we can shade smooth, but I'm not sure that that's better. So I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah? Right, good. Now, we're almost done, actually. Yeah? So our camera is going to move, and our camera is going to track to this Suzanne. So select your camera. In Object Constraints, it's going to follow the curve, yes, and we need another object constraint. It's going to track to, and it's going to track to Suzanne. And as soon as we do that, the camera points at Suzanne. Yeah? We can click on our camera properties, change our focal length so that we can see a bit more of Suzanne. And that looks good. Right, okay, now we've got a bit of a problem because we need to animate this, this camera around the curve. But how do we do that? Yeah, because, I mean, we've got keyframes here, and we can have a location keyframe there, and then we go to the end, yeah, let's say approximately frame 200. But how do we move this camera around? Okay, so there's a bit of a problem there. And the answer is here. Yeah? So in our object constraint properties, we have this offset. So we can have it at 0. Let me delete that keyframe, because that's going to confuse things. So there's X and delete that. Let's go back to the start. Yeah? Offset 0, I'll have a keyframe there. And then here, at frame 200, I'm going to move this around. So it's going to come right back to where it started, which I know is 100, and then I'm going to have a keyframe there. Yeah? We can put this in something that's called an empty, but it's not actually necessary for this. Right, we press play. It's always looking at Suzanne because that's our track 2, and it's following our path. If we look at it through our camera, we are almost done. Yeah, nice short lesson, this one. Now, we don't have the full Suzanne in view. We can change that by just adjusting our focal length. 25. Yep, 25. Something else that's quite cool that we can do, we can grab this, move this up a little bit. Now the camera is still going to focus on our Suzanne. So even though we've raised the height of our Bezier circle, now it's kind of looking down on her. Yeah. And the same, we can grab it, we can move it down, yeah, and it's still going to look. Yeah, fine. Or something that's kind of cool. Let me go here. Wait, here. Grab it, to move it to approximately where it was. Something we can do that's quite cool is we can rotate it. So we can go to our rotate thing here, rotate it like that. Any sort of angle that you want. And then when we play our camera, we get a kind of nice effect. Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. And that's all there is in this lesson. Yeah? So we've added a Bezier curve, a camera that follows it, we've got our monkey. When we've done that, we can go ahead and render it. So into our output properties, Blender assets, MOV, accept. This is going to be an FFmpeg, of course. This is going to be a QuickTime, of course. Do I need all 250 frames? I mean, I've only keyframed up to frame 200. But I will keep all 250 frames, yeah? So the last few seconds is just looking at Suzanne, yeah? And when I've done that, I can go ahead and I can go render animation. That's going to take a minute or two to render, we know that. We add it to our iMovie portfolio. This is lesson 7. If this video says checkpoint down here, then you upload that checkpoint video to YouTube. Very good, guys. Nice and easy video, and I'll see you in the next one when we will tackle something a little bit more challenging.